Thank you for being here. Most successes in life start out with a dream. If you show me someone who dreams, I'll show you a motivated person with goals and vision. That's a quote from the late Jimmy Valvano. And Jimmy V, in 1983, through insurmountable odds, took NC State to win the NCAA championship. And Jimmy, when he was preparing for the championship, he would have his players cut the nets down at the end of practice. And the players would go, Jimmy, Coach, why are you asking us to cut the nets down? Well, he says, I would like you to have the vision and the motivation to win. And that's no different than success in retirement. Because we all have dreams and we all have goals. But to have the vision and the motivation, that's the key. And that's, first of all, why I want to thank you all for being here, but also to compliment you. Because you have the motivation, and hopefully we're going to provide some vision to accomplish your goals and dreams. Right, Ken?
Yep.
Okay. I need a little help. Well, I need a lot of help, but that's another story. What do you envision? What do we see here?
Guy holding up a dollar bill.
Ken, what do we see?
Dollar bill.
Dollar bill. Darby? Dollar bill? Dennis?
A greenback.
A greenback.
All right.
Nancy?
It's banknotes.
Banknote? I see
A devalued asset.
your TIA creps. I see your 401ks. I see your simple IRAs. I see all of your retirement accounts. I see your vacation homes. I see taking the grandchildren to Disney World. I see that extra bottle of wine that you want to have. I see your vacation home, your cabin. When I see this. Now, we have challenges. Once we hit the deaccumulation phase of our life, when we're done accumulating our money, there's challenges that occur. One of the biggest challenges that occur are your partner in retirement, other than your significant other. Who do you feel may be one of your biggest partners in retirement? Nancy? Nancy, yes.
Well, I would imagine my current employer is helping me prepare for that.
Well, who do you feel would be what would be one of the biggest challenges to your dreams in retirement? Who's your partner in retirement? Who do you feel would be one of your challenging partners in retirement?
Federal government.
The federal government, the IRS. Because why?
They want a part of that.
They want
They want it. Why? Why is the IRS your partner? Because the IRS dictates to you when you can take your money, how much you can take of that, your 401ks, your IRAs, your CREFs, and the IRS tells you the amount. And if you don't take it, you're penalized 50%. So the IRS is one of your biggest partners and challenges in retirement. And what happens to this challenge? Takes away some of that dream. Also, in your retirement, another challenge that you have and you face with your dreams is healthcare. The challenge of healthcare and health events in retirement challenge your dreams. Market volatility. Am I drawing too much out of my retirement? Where is it positioned? Market volatility is challenging your retirement. Inflation is challenging your retirement. The cost of goods. I better go the other way. Grandchildren. Who ever thought that this day and age, grandchildren living with grandparents and families, challenge to your retirement? Your children. They don't want your assets when you're gone. They want it now. They want it now. Challenge to your retirement. There's your dreams in retirement. You have to make this last for 25 to 30 years with all the challenges in your retirement. And this is why today we hope, through our journey together, that we are going to help you identify opportunities, gaps, show some vision to help you take this piece of your dream and make it last for 25 to 30 years. My name is Bob Yokin. I'm a financial wealth advisor. I've been in the business servicing the Carlisle area in the financial services industry for over 40 years. I know what you're thinking. He must have started when he was 16 years old. And also, we have with us this evening Portia, who represents our firm, who's a great lady and a sharp lady. Our firm has been providing educational services in the community for nearly 2 decades, servicing the community. We've been sponsored by HAC, American Cancer Society, and now we're proud to say we're hosted by Dickinson College. We're proud to say that because this is a great venue and we're hoping you enjoy it. Although sometimes it's a little difficult to find with parking, but other than that, it's a nice venue. So we're very proud of Dickinson. This is strictly educational. We will not be discussing any specific products or companies. This is strictly educational. And to provide that education to you, there's oversight. We're overseen by, and our independent firm is overseen by an independent group, a broker-dealer. A broker-dealer oversees how we're performing and how we're suitable in providing our information to you. And our broker-dealer is Pro Equities. During our journey over the next few weeks, we're going to be covering some of the key component areas that are going to be key component areas that provide for a successful and sound retirement. We're going to be talking about financial basics, the basics of finance. What foundation? Because when you build a house, what do you start out with?
Foundation.
Foundation. So we're going to be discussing that. We'll be talking and discussing retirement income planning, your retirement plans, how they work, some of the intricacies of them. We're going to be discussing investment planning. What does putting all your eggs in one basket really mean? We'll talk about diversification. What is true diversification and allocating your assets? We'll be covering that. We'll be covering risk management, how premature death and health care can put stress on assets and the community spouse. We'll be discussing estate planning, the transfer of your assets efficiently, tax-wise and otherwise. We'll be discussing that and our journey together. One thing I'll be discussing over the next few weeks that's very important is the fact that I'll be stressing this, that all of these areas are key components, and for a truly successful retirement, they have to be coordinated. Coordination is the key to successful retirement. So when we cover these components, I'll be stressing that. It's like a puzzle. How many in the room have ever done a puzzle? Great. But we know what's the easiest part of the puzzle? The edges. And but we know, you all probably have prepared to be here. You have retirement assets, you have your retirement accounts, you've created that border. But when does the puzzle get more difficult?
Making decisions.
When you're trying to find those little extra pieces to the beach or the mountains. And that is where we're hoping, on our journey, we're going to try to create that vision for you, to help you create that vision, to put those pieces of the puzzle together. Because again, it takes putting those pieces of the puzzle together and those components to really, truly be successful in retirement. When one thing, and I say those pieces of the puzzle because that is the reality. Again, I will be stressing that throughout. So even if you are a do-it-yourselfer, you're going to find that you may at the end of the class say, wow, you know, that was really helpful, but I didn't realize I could coordinate these other gaps. If you have an advisor, you may say, well, I can take that information to my current advisor and we need to work on that. Or you may say, oh, you know, I need a second look. If you don't have an advisor, you may say, hey, look, maybe I need to sit down and help coordinate my strategy to have a successful retirement. Because what's going to happen in the class, you're all here, consciously or subconsciously, for a reason. You have concerns. And you want answers. Well, I can share with you, you will get some answers. But I can also share with you that there'll be probably a lot of questions also that will arise as we go through our journey together. That is why after our third session, we do offer a fourth optional one-on-one consultation. Purely optional and complimentary. Why? Because we know historically that there will be a lot of questions.